What's up everybody, Beastly Gamer here, welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about more insanity happening in the world of video gaming. I'm a big gamer just like most of you guys, and over the last few years I've bought video games on Craigslist. Sometimes when I'm on Craigslist I'll be looking for an old console, one that's rare, hard to find, and sometimes I'll find them on Craigslist. In the last 4 or 5 years I've bought I probably had at least in the last 5 years at least 100 Craigslist interactions where I either went and bought something or someone bought something from me. And so there's always reservations about dealing with people on Craigslist because you don't know who these people are, what their background is, if they're a desperate person, if they have a gun, none of that stuff. So you always got to be a little cautious. I mean, back in Ohio when I went and bought stuff and sold stuff on Craigslist, I'd always have my gun with me because that's when all this craziness on Craigslist really started to happen. I remember in 2012, this guy kept calling me and telling me he wanted to buy a tablet from me. I put it on Craigslist. I put it on there for real cheap, $100. And he kept calling me. He said, I don't want to buy anybody else's. I want the one you got. And he wanted to know if I could drop off the tablet at his apartment. And so I was like, you know, when that happens, you really got to be cautious because usually if you're selling something, the person's supposed to come and meet you. And so me and my wife, we went out there and it was an apartment building, and the whole thing seemed sketchy as hell to me. Now, keep in mind, I'm strapped, so I used to do private security in Ohio. And I went to the building. I saw the guy standing by the door of the building. And so when you walk in, it's like a little lobby area. Some stairs go down, some stairs go up, and there's doors on each floor. There was a guy up the stairs with like a vacuum cleaner or a carpet cleaner cleaning the center hallway. And it's a small hallway, so that gave me a red flag right there, too. And I was like, okay, so this guy's like muffling the sound. I'm talking to the guy at the front door, and he pulled out a gun. He showed me his gun. He said, I got a gun, man, just in case. He said, you got one? I said, I sure do. And he said, you can tell your wife to just pull your car around to the side. I said, no, she's fine right there. Because you can't be stupid. You got to know what's going on. So I gave him the tablet. He gave me the money. And then some dude, another guy, came out upstairs out of a door and stood at the top of the stairs looking down at us. I told this guy I was strapped. Some real shit could have happened right there. Craigslist has a lot of questionable and weird people, so always be careful. I was buying like a third PS3 like in 2012 on Craigslist because I wanted to mod one for my wife. Bought a third PS3. I went on Craigslist and found one for I think $200, $210 something, and I went out to this certain area in Ohio. And it was a quiet area. Didn't look like a lot of, people outside. I don't know about the violence. But I went to the house. I had my wife sit in the car, sit in the driver's seat, and wait across the street by the light. And so I went to the house, knocked on the door. Guy opened up the door. There were 3 dudes inside the house just standing there. Like one in a corner, 2 standing like in the middle of this empty-ass room. This house had no furniture. All it had was a TV, a PlayStation 3, and another PlayStation 3. And I didn't ask them shit. I just stood by the front door, and then some chick came and stood in the living room too and just watched. And bought it, and I stayed by the front door. Of course, you got to stay strapped. I got it, and I left. And as I left, I saw them all come to the front door, and one guy was in the window, and the chick and 2 of the guys were standing by the front door looking at me and my wife as we left. So you always got to be extremely careful. If you're going to buy something or sell something on Craigslist, you better do it in a public place. That's the best way to do it. Have someone meet you at a Walmart or a McDonald's, someplace that's open. You don't really want to go to a person's home because anything can happen there. These are lessons learned. In any future dealings on Craigslist, I always have gone to public places. There's a Walmart right here. If there's a Walmart by the person's home, I'll go there. A big gas station, something. But you want to basically stay out in the public sphere where people can see you. And unfortunately, people are still, it's going to happen. Craigslist is a cesspool of craziness. People get killed, shot. There was a guy who got killed in front of his girlfriend trying to sell a PS4 when they first came out. And this shit is still happening. I'll drop a link in the description. Teen shot during Craigslist meetup to sell video game system. Lawrence, Indiana. An 18-year-old was shot during a transaction for a video game system Saturday afternoon, according to Lawrence Police Department. Officers were called to the 5400 block of Calder Way around 1:30 p.m. Police say 2 people were meeting for the sale of a video game system when the teen was shot. The victim was taken to Sydney and Lois Estranzi Hospital in stable condition, according to police. No suspect information has been released. So, this guy's selling a video game system. Some guy just decides to shoot him for it. Now, of course, he probably has the guy's number and a way to contact the person, so more than likely the person who did this is going to get caught. But putting yourself in these situations is the worst thing you can do, because people don't know you, they don't care about your family, they don't care about what you are and your life, and they will kill you over material things. That's like literally killing somebody over a fucking Game Boy. Back in the day, the Game Boy was a shit when they first came out. Now people look at it, you can buy one for $3 at a yard sale. But someone found it important enough to shoot this guy over a video game console. You got to be careful on Craigslist. You got to be careful selling things in the public online internet space, period. Let me know if you guys have ever used Craigslist and found any strange situations in your life. Has anyone ever bought anything from you, or have you sold something to anybody and something crazy happened, or something possibly may have happened that you avoided? Let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to give a thumbs up, show support of the channel, and become a beast now. Subscribe to the channel. I'm the Beastly Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.